Hello everybody, this is Total War Titan 02, thank you for stopping by. Today we are doing something a bit different, okay? I am trying out something new. This was completely just experimentation. I had no plans to record this, but just due to the sheer unusualness of this fight, I decided to record it anyway because it's a novelty, and novelties want to get noticed. I am doing a battle, alright? I am France, and if you haven't noticed already, my entire army is cavalry. Entire army. From the general's bodyguard to the archers over there. I got mounted archers over there. I got noble knights. It's just entire army is cavalry. Chivalric knights. Noble knights. Mounted sergeants. I even got some French mounted archers. So this is just an experiment. But I think it did rather well. I'll need to do some fine-tuning with my tactics and such, but I think it did rather well.
Huh?
And this is against, sorry about the scattered nature, this was all nicely deployed earlier, a standard army of the Moors. Alright, so I have, so the Moorish army, we've already gone over my army pretty well. It's a pretty balanced army. They have they have 4 units of desert archers. I believe 4 units of dismounted Arab cavalry. 4 units of Christian guard. At least one unit of urban militia. Normal Christian guard instead of dismounted. Well, I think 4 of those. A highly Christian army, their bodyguard, and some desert cavalry, which are basically the same thing as my mounted cavalry. So let's get started to see how this battle will play out. Alright, so right now I'm going to try and keep their skirmishers from getting around my flanks with my horse archers. I think I have the advantage here just because I have more of them. They only have 2 to my 4. Yeah, already they're taking losses. But they are inflicting them. You can see the arrows flying in between them. I should do more recording on this computer because it's coming through so much better. And I will have my graphics up at high instead of the normal low. Here they are. It's still an unusual army. It's usually the Moors who brought all cavalry, not the French. Alright, so they're moving up their foot archers. Trying to try and shoot my cav to pieces. But before they can get into position, a full-on charge. This is where I said, this is what I mean by I need fine-tuning of my tactics. This one I just did a full cavalry charge, which is very devastating, but it's kind of, as you see, it kind of became piecemeal, and I couldn't decide where to put my weight of the cavalry, because I knew that cavalry is more effective in weight. But I would say that, well, first of all, I just scared off those archers and killed half of their men instantly. Got this urban militia in this fight. Now the cavalry here kind of fell in piecemeal, and they're up against spearmen, so I don't know how well they're going to do. Those guys are outflanked by spearmen, and archers in behind, and my horse archers are inferior to their foot archers. But over here, I am turning their flank as we speak. So I'm going to try and withdraw these cavalry to try and regroup them here. My general's harassing them. Sending in my cavalry to protect the general. Already turned their flank, and it's not even like a minute into the battle yet. But this is still a very chaotic battle, which in any battle with any heavily cavalry army, it's gonna be chaotic. It doesn't matter what side you're on, it's gonna be chaotic. I have faced all cavalry before, it's chaotic. Those guys got pretty mangled. 7 chivalric knights left out of a unit of 40. This blob's doing good. Surrounded a unit of spearmen. Nope, now they're running. Now, something I'm thinking about trying. I want you guys' input. If you find this tactic to be effective, please let me know. I was thinking, instead of sending my entire army to charge, I would send it in waves. Half the cavalry would charge. Alright, like that. Probably focusing on one point in their line to try and break it. Then, when they're fighting, the other half of the cavalry, like those French mounted archers, would hit them in the rear. So kind of like a hammer and anvil. I want you guys' info. I want to know how well that works for you. And don't be surprised if you see a battle of me trying to test it out. I'm trying to do a smaller thing here. First, going to scare off these archers. Then I'm going to try and wheel around their flank. Ooh, how many archers did I kill in that charge? There's only 4 left. I had like 27. The Thistle Cavalry are scared. Now I'm sending in my mounted archers. I got some archers over here harassing them. Archery duel with their archers. Scaring off more of their Moorish infantry. Christian Guard. But they lost half of theirs first. Noble Knights are already... On both sides, troops are just running amok on both sides of the flank. This is a very chaotic battle. There's no front line. There's just where the enemy is and where the enemy isn't. Some Noble Knights up against 2 very hurt units of Christian Guard. Trying to regroup my forces here. And then come back in for a charge. Now, the problem with this strategy so far in its current state is the very high losses, which, while it doesn't really matter in just a single custom battle like this one, in a campaign, it is horrible, because you would have to pay so much to retrain and re-equip these cavalry. And there's a chance of meeting someone like Scotland, who focuses so heavily on pikes, when they could probably easily just hole up in a spot where you can't get around their flank, and then you're out of luck. Ooh, this is awesome. This is awesome. It's 1v2. Alright, so those 2 are going to scare off that entire unit of archers, killing a single guy among them. This guy's trying to catch up with them. Now I get caught up in a duel. This is... I think they added actual duels in, I killed one of them. In 3 Kingdoms, but I haven't tried that one yet. Some running spearmen. Just running past this duel. Meanwhile, I am routing most of their army. I have won the fight over here, the melee. Now I just have to do the mop-up. Scaring off those units of archers. Ah, lone guy took out my 2 knights. Dang it. And those bodyguard are chasing around my French mounted archers. So there's just 4 of their units left. Against... I still have a pretty hefty amount of cavalry. Now keep in mind that when you do an all-cavalry army, your army is going to be significantly smaller than it would be with cavalry. Alright, so I finished the battle, and let's compare the statistics, okay? So this is one of the reasons I think the battle was so effective. I started with 541 men. Alright, I lost 341, and I had 200 remaining. That's sort of bad. That's a bad casualty ratio, but compared to the army I vanquished, they had 1,041 men. They had lost 873, and only 168 left. Captured 149 prisoners. So yeah, while heavy casualties, for the small size of an army, it defeated an army twice that. At the hardest level of the AI. I made a human player would be much harder to beat at this, but this is one of the reasons I think I'm going to experiment more with the tactic. Maybe play as the Mongols some. So if you want to see more, be sure to like the video, comment, and if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Comment to Tell me if you have any good cavalry tactics that you just find in general. It doesn't have to be all cavalry or whatever, but anything that if you find effective. And be sure to let me know. Total War Titan, out.